Welcome to Markham's Arkham. Friend, thank you for being here. Today I am talking about the 1998 film Vampires, directed by John Carpenter. It is Halloween here where I'm at right now, so let's talk some vampires. Starring James Woods as Jack Crow, Daniel Baldwin as Anthony Montoya, Cheryl Lee as Katrina, and Thomas Ian Griffith as Master Vampire Valak. James Woods and a crew of vampire slayers that he has assembled are in the southwest region, slaying vampires and hunting for nests. Background on Woods' character is his parents were killed by vampires. He was taken in by the Catholic Church and raised by them, and then in his adulthood is now working for them to hunt down vampires. The film's done in a time of John Carpenter's career where he seemed a little lazier with his work, where everything seemed a little more rushed. Pacing seems awkward and rushed. Scenes that seem like they should have been there or been filmed don't seem to have even been filmed at all. Kind of a clumsy directing style with the way he interprets the delivery of his characters and the dialogue in the film. But hey, you know what? For this one, Carpenter's always hit or miss, and for this one, what can you really say when there's a fucking Baldwin in it? Its only saving grace is James Woods, because Griffith as the vampire doesn't even make like a really awesome vampire or anything. So overall, the film is lacking in its more titillating aspects on many levels. What could be pretty awesome just falls flat all throughout the film. Valak, the master vampire, is searching for a religious artifact, a black cross that, if possessed by the vampires, and once Valak's exorcism is fully complete, he will then be a daywalker. So that is his quest. And on his quest, because Jack Crow and crew slaughtered a nest of his children, they are now enemy number one. And so one night they're having a party. After their success in slaughtering an entire group of bloodsuckers, Valak shows up at their door and sticks his nails in the dude who answers the door and slices him up from gullet to the top of his head. And it's kind of, I don't know, it's not one of the better realistic gory scenes in Carpenter's films. Definitely seen much better. It's just kind of cheesy the way it comes off, the delivery of it. Some of the vampires are pretty cool. The way the whole scene ensues in the hotel room is just kind of ridiculous and a little over the top. There's some unique elements to the way this story goes in the terms of the traditional vampire lore, and as well as exploring the romanticized aspects of the vampire and the vampire mythos in general. There's a girl that is set to meet Jack Crow in his hotel room, but before he gets there, Valak does, and he sucks some of her blood through her thigh. And the way it's filmed and the way the implications of it all, it's very sexual, very sexually driven, and really enhancing that romantic sexual side of the whole vampire, the predatory aspect of it all. Jack and his partner take the girl and decide to hold her captive because once she forms a psychic bond with Valak, she'll be able to tell them where he's at and see into what's going on and what he's plotting and planning. So they keep her around for a while, but she eventually turns, and then she ends up biting Anthony, who has already fallen in love with her, and she bites him and infects him. Valak then eventually, of course, gets the cross and tries to find someone to complete his exorcism. So here are the interesting and unique aspects of this film as far as vampire lore is concerned. It's number one, the idea of Valak having become a vampire due to an exorcism because he was once possessed, and upon his exorcism was turned into this blood-sucking monster, which, okay, you guys are trying to save him from being possessed, but he ends up, I don't know, worse off in a way. But he's 6,000 years old now, and by now he's all settled in his ways and really into it, so he doesn't really seem to give a fuck anymore. As a matter of fact, he just wants to complete the process so he can walk in daylight and just kill at will, at whim, whenever the fuck he feels like it. So now Jack and Anthony have found Valak, and they come up on him, and they're fighting him, and the whole thing ensues and goes on, and, you know, all that shit. And they eventually, Valak ends up dead. I won't give you all the details in case you choose to watch it for yourself. It's not horrible. It's still Carpenter being Carpenter in some ways, but not in all ways. So it's not one of his worst. It's not one of his best. Definitely put it middle of the road. It's not, you know, but if you're a Carpenter fan, then I definitely recommend it. I would suggest it. If he's hit or miss with you, much like some of his others, you can skip it. I would likely bypass it. So with that said, I hope you do appreciate my take on this. And as always, click that like, share, and subscribe button. It's a small click for you. It means a lot to me. It's a free way to show your support. It really is nothing to do it. So just do it, alright? Tell all your friends, family about it. Tell all the ghosts, demons, ghouls, goblins, and monsters that you may know. Tell James, tell Anthony, tell Cole, tell Valak. Tell Kathy, Cheryl, Katrina, and Lee, and I will catch you next time on Markham's Arkham.